Clap here at Knoxville Dragway here with a legend, folks. Our 2021 IHRA World Pro Champion, Mr. George Simpson, in the house right here at Knoxville Dragway. George, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you all?
I'm doing good, buddy. Doing good. Glad to have you out here this weekend.
Thank you.
Looks like the weather's finally going to cooperate with us.
Finally, no more rain.
I tell you what, we've had a heck of a last month and a half or so. It seems like every time we've opened the gates, we've had to dry the track and everything. But good weather forecast. Going to be a little bit cooler this weekend, folks. So I think we're going to have a good weekend of racing. So, as I said a minute ago, George is a 2021 world champion, folks. That's hard to come by, and we're very glad to have him, and glad, I guess, even a bigger part to have him based here out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Local boy, racing out of Knoxville Dragway. So that's quite an accomplishment. Not many people at all can claim that. So he's the man around here. So Mr. George Simpson, he wears that 1X number for a reason. So definitely glad to have him. George, I want to ask you a few questions, buddy. Number one, how'd you get into racing? How long have you been doing it?
I actually got into it in high school and helping friends out, and started working on, I like to work on motors. So, I tear down everything I can get my hands on.
Learn how to put them back together, huh?
Yeah, I started out working on Fords.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm an old Ford boy. I know you moved off to a Chevrolet brand though, but.
Oh, well, the old 272, 292 Ford engines.
Where you got your start at? They're all an air pump, ain't they?
Yep.
They just work a little bit different ways, but anyway, how long you been year-wise, how long you been into racing?
I actually started, we started on the street in the late 60s and early 70s.
Oh, an old street racer. I'm digging it.
Just like everybody else, but had friends get hurt, killed.
Yeah.
And so started going to the drag strip. Actually, going to Maryville. I never did get to race down Harriman or Loudon, but I run some at Maryville. And then 411, when 411 opened up, we started going out there. Raced with a friend of mine, B.J. Gallagher, for several years with a 67 Chevelle. Justin owned that Chevelle for a while.
Okay.
Later on. And up to about 85, 86, and I quit for a while my business. I had a parts store. I just had the priorities get in line. And after we moved west and built a new house, I was out here. I'd let Robbie have my car, Robbie Smith, to just race it, because I couldn't do it. And we started coming back out here to watch him for a while. And I told my wife, I said, I believe I could do this again.
Fire it up. Time to get at it, huh?
So bought another car.
There you go. Good deal. Who do you give credit to most in your drag racing career?
The man upstairs for keeping me healthy, and my family.
Amen,
my wife's family, she has several brothers, and some have actually worked out here. And but I still have 3 of her brothers still help me on the weekends when we're out here.
Good
keeping air in the tires, keeping gas in the car, things like that.
It's hard to do. Hard to do a one-man show, ain't it?
You can't hardly do it the one-man show. You got to have some help. I've had help all my life, So, but to do it by yourself.
Well, that and it adds to it also. When you got people come with you, people hang out with you, people help you. It makes it more fun too.
Yeah. Well, it's a drag strip's a good place to make friends and have friends, and it's a good family atmosphere too.
Amen. It is. It really is. What do you enjoy most about racing as a whole?
I just like running the car down the drag strip. It's a thrill. Still, after all these years, it still scares me sometimes.
They do.
And the competition part of it, I never really thought I would have a chance at the World Finals. That's just everything fell in line last year. And when we went to Memphis, I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna park right by the gate so I can get out after the first round. I didn't want to get blocked in because I'd been 3 times before with Robbie. Robbie's been champion out here 3 times. And we've been to the finals 3 times with him. And so I wanted to be able to get out. And darn, I didn't get to leave till the next day.
brought the title home, didn't you?
Yep, I did. I didn't get nervous till the last round. I thought, you know, I thought, maybe I can do this.
Talk about bracket finals, you know, next year, or this coming year for 2022, the bracket finals were, everybody voted to make a change, and of course, right. The IHRA, I think, was parting ways with Memphis. I think Memphis is closing. I'm best of my memory, that's what was happening down there, so they moving everything to Holly Springs, and we took a vote, and most of our racers voted to go to Darlington. So, you excited about going to Darlington in 2022?
I've never been there. I like to see how
first time too, brother. They say it's beautiful. Say it's a nice, super nice facility.
I've been by it. I used to cover that territory when I worked. Really? I never went in and looked at it.
Well, we're going to get to check it out here in a month or two.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. What's your favorite part coming to Knoxville Dragway, or you know, on our weekends when we have our bracket events and series like that? What's your favorite part of it?
Well, the competition part, but I help a few people with carburation, and I like that. And that's what I mostly did. My car was testing it, coming out here on Friday night and making test runs and everything. But just, I wasn't really serious for a long time about racing. You know, it's just fun to run a car safely.
Yeah,
on the track.
It is. All right, how do you think you're gonna fare out this year on the 2022 season?
If I don't break anything else, I might make it to the end of the season.
Been fortunate so far, or you tore a lot of stuff up?
Transmission, torque converter, and just small things. It's just aggravating things.
Gremlins.
The faster your car runs, the more maintenance it takes.
Hey man, you're right.
I mean, if I was smart, I would run a low 6.0 car or something like that. They're a whole lot easier to keep running. And in fact, I used to race two cars out here.
Really?
Yeah, I run one in foot brake and I run one in pro.
That was a challenge.
And the foot brake car, you know, didn't have to work on it much.
Easy peasy, just put it in the trailer and come back next week.
Yeah, but when I got run down in the fives, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, it is a different ballgame.
Keeping the little nitpicking stuff fixed on the car.
Good deal. What's your plans for next year?
Same old, just going to race again. That's
wear it out, huh?
I can't give it up yet unless my health gets where I can't, you know. But I plan on to keep it on as long as I can.
You're still kicking mighty fine, brother. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put you on the spot right here with one question that just come to mind. If there's one person, I know everybody's pretty much friends down here in the pits, but if there's that one person you dread lining up against, who is it?
That I dread lining up against?
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one.
Well, name them.
You got Don Cox, Chris Hodge, Bubba Duncan.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys.
Some killers right there.
They wear it out.
They do. Hodge especially, he'll pick his number. He'll change his dial in. It's fun to watch him. He'll change his dial in. You know, 1 minute it'll be a 612, next minute it'll be 610. You know, he's back and forth, and he knows his hot rod.
He's doing other stuff you don't see down there.
Well, he's got a bad hot rod. He does. Of course, Don Cox and the Branded Rat, always been a favorite around Knoxville Dragway in the 55 Chevrolet. How long has he had that car? A long time, ain't he?
All of his life. I think from about when he was 16 years old, I think.
Wow.
He used to drive it on the street.
I heard he had it in high school. So Don's been around a long time. Yep. All right, George, what's your thoughts on Knoxville Dragway? How are we doing, buddy?
I think you're doing a good job. You're trying hard out here. You're trying different things. You're doing the kind of racing that attracts different people to the track. You know, everybody doesn't like just one thing with bracket racing. I understand that. Bracket racing, it's hard, and a lot of people don't understand it.
That's true. You know, I've been around racing, I don't know, since I guess I got into it. Really got into it, started taking part, started racing stuff probably in the late 90s. But I'm learning all kinds of stuff about bracket racing that I didn't know.
I like the junior dragster program. I've seen a lot of kids have grown up out here in junior dragsters, and some of them moved on into dragsters and cars, and you know. But it's a good place to raise family, raise kids, I think.
I agree, brother. So, well, George, buddy, we're glad to have you out here. Glad to have you a part of Knoxville Dragway.
Thank you.
You're a good dude. One of the finest right here, folks. He's a legend. I mean, there ain't many people who say they're a world champion. So, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. George Simpson. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.